Hi, I'm Trevor Gearhart, and welcome to our presentation here at Northland International University. Today we have a few moments to spend with one of our students, junior Josh Wormley, who is a cross-cultural studies major with an emphasis in missions. Josh, thanks for taking some time.
No problem.
I know, Josh, that your story is one that many young people will relate to, because as you're wrestling through what God has for you, you realize that missions is something that's more than just an interest. It's something you'd really like to pursue and that you'd really like to study. So tell us how it is that a young man growing up in Council Bluffs, Iowa, ends up coming to Northland to study missions. Those few summers leading up to your freshman year, what was it that helped you make that decision?
Well, you see, a lot of in my life was I knew that I was called to missions, and I just felt that's what God had for me. And I just knew that there was not a lot that was saying, if I were to tell someone, I'm going to be a missionary, people would be like, what? You don't really act like someone who loves the Lord too much. And so that summer, right before freshman year of college, I was kind of indecisive of where I was going. I had a pretty big scholarship to another school, and I had visited Northland, and I had seen the heart of the people, and I'd seen how the program was, and I really liked it. So I was really praying about it, and I wasn't sure what was gonna what to do. But I just, through talking to my parents and praying about it a lot, I felt this is where, if I was going to be a missionary and I wanted to train to go into the field, that this is the place that I should be. And so that's why I chose Northland.
You're surrounded by other young men, young women who are serious about studying for missions so they can get out and do it. And they're energized because they want to go serve God and pursue His plan for their lives. So you end up between your freshman fall semester and spring semester actually going on a missions trip during that Christmas break. It's a little longer here at Northland, and partially for that purpose, so young people can get out and try what it is they believe God's called them to. Talk a little bit about what it was like going to South Africa.
Yes, went to South Africa for about, I think it was like 4 weeks, and that was, from all the reading and stuff that I had done about missions, it was not what I was suspecting at all, and I mean, it was amazing, because I'm glad it wasn't what I suspected, and I was able to use things that I had learned while I was here and talk to the friends that I had made while I was down there, and just able to disciple while I'm on another continent and just learn and you put into practice the things that I had learned. And even though I was a freshman, my first semester, there were still things that God had taught me through Northland, and so it was awesome to see that I was able to do those things, and it was a great experience.
Yeah. You finish that off, you come back, finish off your freshman year, head back home, and now you have the same question going through your mind that all students do. How am I going to get back and finish off that degree? So you're wrestling through it, and I recall you telling me that you had some conversations with the people you were working with in the local community there in Iowa. I think you said at the supermarket, is that right, and at the mall. Remind me what you told those young people and your friends and some of the coworkers that you had.
Yeah, I told them that I had $18,000 that I had to pay to go back to college, and I was going to go back to college, and they all asked me, and they're like, how in the world are you going to do that? And I said, well, I'm going to work as much as I can, and but I'm going to pray, and ultimately God's going to take care of it, and that's what I'm putting my trust in to get back to college. And it didn't go over too well with them, but...
Yeah, but then God shows Himself faithful and does something that was unexpected to you. He supplies for you funding in the form of scholarships elsewhere. So instead of returning to Northland, you head off to another school, continuing to study missions, and things are going okay until God presents an opportunity for you at another school to run into some Muslim men. Is that right? Describe how that went.
Well, I wasn't really sure I knew missions is where I was called, and I wasn't sure exactly to what field or to who or to where, but through those Muslim men that I was able to come in contact with, it was just, God just really showed me, this is where I want you to be, is with Muslims, and I was able to hang out with these guys about 2 or 3 times a week, and we would just become friends, and it was awesome just to be with them, and through a lot of other things besides that, God just really showed, this is what I want you to do. I just felt that the place to go to be trained for missions is Northland, and that's where I wanted to be, and just the atmosphere surrounding it. And so just through prayer and some work, God provided.
Yeah. You realize then after having done it that building relationships is so crucial, so foundational to work on the mission field. And so would you say that Northland is a place that to you see relationship building being so crucial, so critical to the normal part of our curriculum, the normal part of our training process?
Yeah.
that's kind of what you decide you want to expose yourself to for a few more years, despite the fact that actually it's financially beneficial for you to consider a couple of other schools. Instead of choosing that, you choose to come here. Is that true?
Yep. Yeah. The relationships and just the way that they are built here, like I pretty much stay up till 2 every night talking to people, and like that's just it's so awesome. There's so many conversations that have built me so much while being here, and just through those friendships, godly friends who talk and work things out, and that is one of the biggest things that I really liked about Northland is just that ability to have good godly people discipling me discipling them, and just how that just builds on each other.
And then investment in lives is not just limited to faculty, staff reaching out to students, but it's other students reaching out to one another, and it's ingrained into the culture of who we are here. I love that. It's why I'm still here as well. So now here you are with another 1.5 years left, Josh, and you're trying to figure out financially how to make it all work, right? But you're convinced God is in it. So the next step is, I'm just going to step out on faith, despite what I realize might be more financially advantageous elsewhere. I want to step out on faith and do exactly what I believe God's called me to do by sticking around here for the next 1.5 years. Does that describe it pretty accurately?
Yes, sir, it does.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're here, Josh, and I look forward to watching God provide for you next semester and then next school year too. And thanks again for spending a few moments with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, God bless.